become boring, become uninteresting, become a grey rock. That's what thousands of divorced dads swear by when they're dealing with a high conflict co-parenting. And if you've been searching for how to handle a narcissistic co-parent, you've probably already found it. But here's the thing. Most of what you've read about the grey rock method is half the story. And today I'm going to give you all of it. The tactical version. The one that actually works in a parking lot at school pickup, and what to write in text messages she's going to screenshot for her lawyer. And I'm going to be straight with you about where grey rock runs out of road, because that part nobody talks about. And it might be the most important thing you hear in this entire video. Grey rock didn't come from a therapist, it didn't come from a textbook. In 2012, an anonymous blogger, a survivor of a long-term toxic relationship, met a stranger at a bar who'd been through something similar. The advice that stranger gave her was simple: be boring. She went home and wrote about it online, called it grey rock. When you walk along a riverbed, you don't notice the grey rocks, you notice the shiny ones. Your high conflict co-parent is scanning that riverbed, looking for something to pick up, turn over, get a reaction from. Your job is to become the thing she doesn't even see. Now, here's what's actually happening in her brain when you do this. High conflict people provoke because your reaction rewards them. When you get angry, when you defend yourself, when you explain yourself for the 100th time, that emotion, that intensity becomes what researchers call supply. And it doesn't have to be positive. Rage works just as well as admiration. Behavioral science calls what comes next operant extinction. When a behavior stops producing a reward, it eventually stops. If your reaction is always flat, always brief, always a grey rock, eventually the behavior that was designed to get a rise out of you has nothing to feed on. That's the mechanism, and that's why it works. Pick up and drop off. You've got 30 seconds, maybe less. Arrive with the task, load the bags, buckle the youngest in, keep your eyes on the kids, flat voice, neutral face, no eye contact with her unless you have to. If she escalates, and she might, you say, we can sort that out by email, and you go back to the kids. That's the whole move. Text and email. This is where grey rock is most powerful because you control the pace. Do not reply immediately to anything inflammatory. Wait, hours if you can. When she sends 5 messages, 3 accusations, 1 schedule question, 1 demand, you respond to the schedule question. Just the schedule question. 3 sentences max, factual, no emotion. Your response library? Noted. I'll look into that. Thanks for letting me know. We can discuss that another time. When she accuses you of something in writing, you could reply, I hear you, or nothing at all. Now, one critical adjustment, and this could protect you legally, if a judge is going to read your messages, and they might, pure grey rock can read as cold, hostile, or uncooperative. There's a modification called yellow rock. It adds a thin layer of politeness on top without opening any emotional doors. It looks like this. Hi Jane, I hope you're well. The kids will be ready at 4. Have a good evening. It's brief, informative, friendly, and firm. Boring to read, but impossible to weaponize. Write every message like a judge will screenshot it tomorrow, because they might. You know what grey rock looks like on paper. You read it and you think, okay, I can do that. And then she sends the message. And your chest gets tight and your heart rate goes up, and before you even know what's happened, you've replied. That's not a character flaw, that is your amygdala, the part of your brain that was built to detect threats and respond before your conscious mind even catches up. Researchers call it amygdala hijack. It's faster than thought. It floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline before you even have a choice. Every man who's ever reacted when he swore he wouldn't, this is why. You're not weak, you're not out of control. Your nervous system is doing exactly what nervous systems do when they've been through months or years of high conflict stress. The research on this is clear. People in high conflict co-parenting situations are running on a dysregulated nervous system. Both people, all the time. Her messages trip every wire because your body has learned to treat them as a threat. Grey rock done right doesn't mean suppressing what you feel. It means changing how you relate to what you feel, so you can choose your response instead of being dragged into one. The extinction burst. before her behavior decreases, it will probably get worse first. This is documented in behavioral psychology. When a behavior stops getting rewarded, the brain sends a signal. Try harder, try something different, escalate. She may suddenly become warmer, trying to pull you back in emotionally. She may ramp up accusations, involve other people, manufacture a crisis that puts the kids in the middle. This is called the extinction burst. And it's not a sign the method failed, it's a sign it's working. But here's when men blow it. You're in the burst, the behavior is more intense than ever, and you react. Just once. And in that one reaction, she learns something. I just need to push harder. And now the behavior that was finally fading gets reinforced at a higher level. Don't be that guy. Expect the burst, let it pass. Other ways it breaks down. Using it from anger, not calm. If you're seething and just hiding it, she'll often sense it. Suppressed rage reads as contempt, which can be more inflammatory than a full emotional response. Applying it to the wrong person. Grey rock is for your co-parent, not for your kids. Your children need you fully present, emotionally. Don't let this tool bleed into places it doesn't belong. Going so minimal, you stop communicating what the kids actually need. Medical info, school updates, schedule changes, that's not bait, that's parenting. Grey rock is going silent on the provocation, not on your children's welfare. And this is the one I want you to stay with. Using grey rock without any internal processing. If you're holding all of this in, every message, every pickup, every court appearance, and you're not releasing it anywhere, eventually it leaks into your next relationship, into your relationship with your kids, into the version of yourself you're trying to build. Suppression without release is not strategy. It's a slow build. Grey rock manages the interaction. It does not manage what the interaction does to you. There is a version of grey rock that looks like calm on the outside while everything inside of you is burning. Cortisol elevated, heart rate up, surviving, but not building anything. The research on long-term emotional suppression is sobering. It's linked to chronic inflammation, immune dysfunction, and mental health deterioration. Grey rock without inner work is borrowing time. You need somewhere for this to go. That might be a men's group, a therapist who gets it, a journal you never show anyone, movement, cold water, something. The goal isn't just to survive her, the goal is to build yourself while you're doing it. The grey rock method done properly is one of the most effective tools available to a man navigating a high conflict co-parent. But it's a tool, not a solution. The solution is you, regulated, grounded, and building something real, while the storm does what storms do. If this landed for you, drop a comment below, tell me where you're at. I'll read them, and if you've been trying to do this alone, maybe it's time to stop. Hit subscribe, there's more of this coming, and if you're dealing with a specific situation you want me to break down, let me know. I'll see you in the next one.